Hi, I'm Dave Kochendorfer. This is my wife, Carol.
I'm Carol.
And God has blessed our home with two children. We have two sons that are now both married, and we have five grandchildren. So from 2004 on, we have been full-time missionaries with Evangelical Church Missions.
We are now in Kirtland, New Mexico. So we pastor a small church that is predominantly Navajo Native Americans. There's a few others. And it is a type of work that the people are very needy. They're very poor. So when we say we're pastor, it is a lot of hands-on, taking them places because they don't have transportation. It is hauling coal and chopping wood, and they just have a lot of family crisis that you're called to mediate for. It's also being kind of a go-between for, it's difficult for them to get their ID. When they have medical things, they often don't understand what the medical diagnosis is, or how to take their pills and whatever, and so it's explaining to them. So it's a lot of very hands-on dealing with people and their needs.
Even though we are located in the United States and we can drive 7.5 miles down the road and we get to a super Walmart, because of where we live, we're kind of right in that. It's not a no man's land. It's kind of the dividing zone between the city and predominantly white man or Hispanic on one side, and the reservation about the equal distance on the other side. And the people that live in our neighborhood and come to our church find themselves in the middle, and they want to be there, but they're caught between two cultures. We're in the United States, but the Navajo worldview, culture, mindset, economic status is very much otherworldly, very much another country mindset. And so the ones especially that are Christians that have become believers find themselves caught between the traditional views of their family and the Christian view and mindset, and trying to figure out how to fit in between two worlds. So it's rather unique for us as white men. God helped us to get accepted fairly quickly, but sometimes it takes years and years for a Native American to trust and become a friend and with a white man and respect them. You've got to earn the right to get close. So you can't make the mistake of feeling like, oh, we're in the United States, everything is just like I've always known it. No, it's not. You've got to get into their world. So that's our first challenge. Well, our biggest pressing personal prayer request is in the next 4 months, we've got a lot of transition taking place, us closing things out, making sure ongoing church management ministry is in the hands of the people so that we can feel good about moving into our new life. So that would be our biggest organizational prayer request, just leadership to take over. There'll be some interim stuff to kind of help the church keep going, but we don't want it to just fall apart and disband. And then just the ongoing, like I said, we got about 3 families of couples that need to really go deeper in their discipleship. We got couples that are together, have families together, but need to get married. They just really do. We have a couple teenagers who are making real strides in commitment in their Christian walk, just pray that they would hang in there, and that we would draw others so we could start to build some kind of a youth group, or something. East Vancouver has opened up their hearts and their pocketbooks to us, and we appreciate it. Just knowing that we're in it together as a team, that there's people praying for us, and have an interest in what's going on, and we see ourselves, and I hope you see us this way, as an extension of what your church is doing to fulfill the Great Commission. But we just appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for being part of the team.